Thanks for coming in. My name is Hannah, and I will be the instructor of this group. I want to thank everyone for taking the first step and entering this group. The first initial step can be the hardest. I have high hopes for this group and hope that each and every one of you will be able to learn something from this group. The focus of this group will be on reduction of anxiety symptoms. We are going to talk about what anxiety is, why it occurs, and therapeutic interventions to reduce the frequency and intensity of these symptoms. I know public speaking can be an anxiety-inducing act, but I would like to get to know everyone a little more. If each member could introduce themselves, provide some background information, what led you to engaging in this group therapy, and what you hope to get out of this group. I will go first. My name is Hannah. I have over 2 years of experience with working in the field of social work. I am currently working towards receiving my MSW. In my free time, I enjoy reading and spending time with my loved ones. I decided to instruct this type of group therapy because I know that most individuals, including myself, struggle with a degree of anxiety. Most of the clients that I have worked with thus far have struggled with managing their anxiety symptoms. My hopes for this group would be that it will be an encouraging and helpful group for all of us. Who would like to go next? Camille, thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Camille. I'm 23 years old. I did go to college, but I took a break. The pressure of college was just too much. Every time I had a test, my heart would pound and my hands would shake. Even my vision would get blurry. I spend a lot of time worrying. I worry that something bad will happen to me or my family. My anxiety is getting in my way every day. I'm hoping that I can learn effective skills to control my symptoms of anxiety. I would really like to go back to college, but I'm fearful that the courses will send me into a frenzy again.
Thank you so much for sharing, Camille. I am so happy that you're in this group, and I can understand that those symptoms can really get in the way of you being able to take tests and complete your coursework. Taylor, how about you go next?
Sure. Hi, my name is Taylor. This group is really hard for me. I struggle with social anxiety a lot. It's like I forget how to act when I'm socializing. I spend a lot of time on my own. It can be really lonely. I struggle to put myself out there, and it is impacting my ability to work. I get really overwhelmed with my anxiety. My individual therapist recommended that I join this group to continue working on my anxiety while also, interacting with people and being in a social group.
Thank you so much for sharing. How about you, Stephen?
I guess it's my turn now. My name is Stephen. I'm 32. I have a wife and 2 children. I have a good job. Life has been treating me well. I feel like I've been attempting to mask my anxiety. I don't want to appear weak. I have these panic attacks sometimes. It feels like the world is closing in on me. My chest gets tight. I get sweaty. I feel like I'm going to get sick. Sometimes I do if I'm hyperventilating too much. I feel that I'm holding the world on my shoulders, and if I'm not perfect, it would impact my family and my job. I spend my days excessively worrying about money, bills, work, my kids, my wife, my parents, etc. It's like I can't turn it off. I feel like I've been distant because of it. I hope that I can learn to be more present and less in my head with this group.
Thank you all for sharing. That was very brave for all of you to start opening up in this group session. I'm happy that you are all here. This will be a beneficial group for all of you. Anxiety is hard. It can impact our daily lives. Anxiety causes excessive worry and fear about perceived threats. That perceived threat may be a test, Camille, or a social event, Taylor, or achieving perfection, Stephen. The future and the unknown also can cause anxiety. Our bodies can have real physical symptoms when faced with these stressors or fears. In this group, we will meet on a weekly basis and gradually be learning new skills to combat anxiety. This therapy would be considered a cognitive behavioral therapy. We will start by learning about anxiety and then using cognitive reconstructing. This would mean we would identify the challenging and irrational thoughts that we have. Within this clinical setting, we will discuss exposures to our anxiety triggers and relaxation techniques to combat the anxiety feelings. We will try to change the way our brains perceive the potential threat. My hope is that each of you will take control of your anxiety and not allow it to take control of you. There will be some homework in this group, but don't worry, it will not be hard homework. We will have 5 group sessions together. Session 5 will be our termination or discharge session. We will discuss an aftercare plan for each of you at the end. This will help you as you continue your journey. Does anyone have any questions?
Will there be a test at the end?
No, don't worry, there will be no test at the end. The goal of this group is that you take away enough skills to assist you with your anxiety in your own life.
What kind of homework will we have?
The homework will mostly be writing prompts. You can write as little or as much as you want. The homework will also include exposing yourself to things that cause you anxiety and utilizing the skills that you learn in group to help with controlling and reducing your symptoms once exposed to the stimulus.
Oh, so there's no official test, but you might make me take a test as a form of exposure?
We will be using some exposure therapy, but don't worry yet because we will be practicing relaxation techniques and beneficial interventions prior to any exposures.
I do enjoy writing prompts, but I'm not really sure that I can handle any more exposure than what I'm getting in this group right now.
Yeah, Taylor, I definitely understand that. I'm so proud of you for taking this first step and being here within this group. Remember that this therapy is for you. I want you all to challenge yourself, but I don't want you pushing yourself past what you can handle. Your input in therapy matters, your voice matters, and if you find yourself too uncomfortable to handle a challenge, please talk about it. This group is a completely voluntary group, and your input in it really does matter. I would also like to take a moment to talk about confidentiality and what that means. Confidentiality means what is shared in this room will stay in this room unless a client requests I share information with a third party. I will not be sharing any personal or identifying information about any of you. There are some instances where I am required to break confidentiality because I am a mandated reporter. Those would be if you express being a harm to yourself or a harm to others, if there's any suspected abuse or neglect of a child, elderly person, or disabled person. Also, if I'm subpoenaed to testify in court. I want to encourage you all to respect the privacy of the other members in this group. Please do not share any confidential information about the other members in this group. Can we all agree on that?
Yes.
All right, this group will also have rules, and so I wanted to talk about those as well. The first rule is that we will all be kind and respectful to all the members. The second rule is what is said in the group stays in the group. All members must be sober to attend group. All members must attend regularly and participate in group. No violence or threats of violence will be tolerated, and no one should be on their cell phones during group. If there is an emergency, I would just request that the individual would excuse themselves and handle that emergency outside of the group setting. Are we ready? I hope I didn't scare anyone away. I know there's a lot to go over in the first session.
I'm ready. I was skeptical at first, but after hearing the overview, I'm excited to come back and dive into the work.
Yeah, I have been pretty nervous, but I am starting to feel a lot better. I am glad that the group is confidential.
Yeah, I think this will be good for all of us.
Perfect. For this week's homework, I would like for you all to start by thinking and writing down your triggers to anxiety. I would like for you to remain mindful of how you feel when thinking about those triggers and thinking about your responses previously when you've experienced those triggers. I would like for you to also write about what you are fearful or worried will happen, especially when you're faced with that trigger, even if it's an irrational fear. Next time we meet, I would like to start discussing these triggers, reactions, and fears. Does that sound doable for everyone in the group?
Are we going to have to read them out loud?
Remember, Taylor, you have a say in your therapy. If any of you are uncomfortable reading them out loud, you do not have to. I will request that you allow me to read them, though. If there is something in there that you do not want shared with the whole group, please let me know, and we will not talk about it in the group setting.
All right, I think I can do that.
Yeah, that's doable.
I do love to write.
Well, thank you so much for coming to the first session. It was so nice to meet all of you, and I will see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.